This is the apparatus for the contact breaker ignition system. So you can see here, these are the spark plug, and here this is the distributor, and this side this is the ignition coil. So the wire come from the ignition switch and go through the ignition coil. Then the current supply is go to this distributor. Inside there is a contact breaker. So now I can open it. You can see this is a inside arrangement of this contact breaker distributor. This is the rotor. So here you can see there are 4 points. It's related to 4 spark plug. So here you can see this is the wire come from the ignition coil. This is the supply to this distributor, and these 4 wires are supply from the distributor, and it's linked with the 4 spark plug. So when this rotor rotates, according to that, this voltage is passed through these 4 points. Here you can see this is the condenser. Okay, here you can see the contact breaker points. I saw here the supply is come from ignition coil, and here you can see this the black wire is connect with this contact breaker points. The orange wire is connected with this condenser. Okay, so when I rotate, you can see here how this contact breaker points, how it's working. Okay, here you can see a bolt. This is the adjustment screw. While we loosen this bolt, and we can adjust the gap between these contact breaker points. Okay, here you can see like a shape of horn. This is the, I already told, this is the vacuum advance. Inside of this there is a diaphragm. Here there is a vacuum pipe, and this is here we use for the syringe needle. Its working principle is same as the carburetor manifold. When we pull this needle, what will happen? This is like a carburetor throttle opening. When we pull this needle, the vacuum is advanced. According to that, the spark also need to advance. So here you can see, here we can adjust these screws in order to adjust the spark cap inside the plug. So here there is a speed controller. We can change the distributor cam speed. So this is the these are the important details of this ignition type contact breaker ignition system. This is the electronic type ignition system. Here you can see, here there's the most of the things are same as the contact breaker ignition system. The same ignition coil, but it provides the higher voltage around 60,000. Okay, that is the difference. Here you can see that the distributor. So we see what is the arrangement. Okay, you can see there is no contact breaker or any other points. So this is the rotor. Inside of this there is an armature or reluctor that's working instead of contact breaker points. So this is the vacuum advance I already told, and the other things are same here. Okay, we just start them. Okay, now I increase the speed here. So you can hear the spark. Here I can also change the spark gap. Okay, then this is the vacuum advance. It's hard to see in the visible eyes. According to that vacuum advance, the spark also advance and retard. So you can see the difference when I increase the speed. So here we have to set the accurate spark gap. You can see now I reduce the speed. Okay, now you can see how it when I increase the speed, you can see how this spark advance. Now I decrease the speed. So here you can see other thing. There are some switches. These all are the fault switches. So we can see you can see in the left sheet observation there is a fault. So here this is the manual. This apparatus manual. There are some faults were given. So according to that, the first switch is that is a short terminal. The short terminal 1 of the ignition coil. In the first terminal of the ignition coil is connected to earth. So what will happen if I press this 12? There is no spark occur. So the other thing is a high resistance. The same terminal 1 of the ignition coil distributor, and here also you can see there is no spark. Then and the third one is that here the third switch, there is an open circuit. That's also same as the terminal 1. When it is open circuit, that is same as there is no spark. Now in the distributor, open circuit in the distributor, so that is also not working. The fifth switch is that is an open circuit ignition to ignition coil. So if there is any ignition, you can see it is sparking. Okay, it is sparking, but that is very weak spark. You can see that is very weak spark because of the open circuit in the ignition coil. Okay, so the sixth is high resistance that is in the ignition coil. So because of the high resistance, there is a lack of voltage provided in the ignition coil. So when the spark plug is working, we need a certain amount of voltage. So because of this lack voltage, here you cannot see any spark. So now we can see there is the engine timing light. Okay, here there are two connections. This is for the plus point of the battery. Here I already connected the negative line, and I already told this is the magnetic pickup sensor. So here you can see there are two lines, one for the main connection to the battery. This is the magnetic pickup sensor. This is normally, you can see, this is a lock. So we identify the high tension lead wire of the cylinder 1, that is spark plug 1. Here this is the number 1 wire, okay, spark plug wire. So I connected here. Then see, you can see here there are measurement. So this is the this is the TDC. This is the retard point. That means after TDC. This is advance point before TDC. So I already told, if in the tutorial, when the speed is increased, that time the spark also going to advance. Okay, so let's check how it works. Now I increase the speed. You don't see anything in the vis. Okay, the normalized in the bias you cannot see anything here. Okay, so now I press the light. You cannot see. So you can see here. You can see here. So why? So in the low speed you can see the spark timing. Okay, it is between the 0 and 10. Okay, it's near to 10. That's advanced 10 degree at angle. So now I increase the speed. You can see how the ignition timing angle is, how it's advanced. It's now go to nearly 30 degree angles. Okay, now it's about 30 degree. If I increase the engine speed, the angle also, the advanced angle also reduce with this engine speed. Okay, this is the Hall effect electronic ignition system. This is the same as the electronic system, with additionally here that Hall effect sensor is additionally enclosed with this system. So you can see that's all are same here. There is a ignition coil, distributor cap, and vacuum advance. But here this is the rotor, and here the inside of this surface, it's not seen visibly, but here in the under this surface you can see a Hall effect sensor, and there is a, here it's working not a armature or reluctor. Here I already told that the curve plate shutter that is inside of this surface, we cannot see that. Okay, here you can only see this rotor, that is also same as the 4-point link with the spark plug. Okay, so now we okay, now I increase the speed. You can see the spark here also, that same as the whole switch. Okay, but here you can see the sparks, but this timing is very accurate because this the primary and the control current flow of the primary circuit is controlled by this principle of Hall effect. So this type of sparks are very precise and very accurate timing. So mostly this ignition system used for the high speed cars and or racing cars. This is the distributor-less ignition system. So you can see 4 spark plug, and here there is a trigger wheel. This wheel we already studied about, is connected in the crankshaft or camshaft, and you can see here there is a gap wheel. You can see there is a gap. Okay, and this is the sensor that's measure the position of that gap. Okay. Okay. Here this is a speed controller. We can adjust the speed here. So the trigger wheel speed also we can adjust by this button. And this is the vacuum advance. This is the vacuum advance. When we pull this needle, this is same as the throttle opening in the carburetor manifold. And here, this is the coil pack. Okay, before that, ECU is inside this box, so we cannot see the ECU here. But here you can see clearly, this is the ignition module. This is the ignition module, and this is the coil pack. So the ECU is inside this box. So this wire is going to give the signal to ECU, and these are the temperature sensor and other speed sensor. All are connected to the ECU. So then another so the signals come from the ECU to this ignition module. Then the other wire came from the ECU. So after decide the ignition timing, the ECU send the signal to this coil pack. So here you can see there are 4 separate high tension lead that is related to 4 spark plug, and so now we start to operate. This instrument. Okay, now you can see the spark here. Okay, now you can see the spark. Now I increase the speed of this. So now you can see how this spark advance. So now I reduce the speed of the machine. Now you also see the difference when I pull this vacuum advance needle. Hmm. But it's hard to see visibly. And you can see the wheel is rotating, trigger wheel is rotating. According to the gap, this sensor measure the position of the gap. So it leads to identify where is the position of the piston, and then that ICU decided recommend the ignition timing. So here you can see we can adjust the spark gap. So now you know the spark here. Okay, the third cylinder. Now I increase the gap. What will happen? There is no proper spark. What will happen? Because the voltage is not enough to a proper spark when I increase the gap. Now again I reduce the gap. Here you can see the difference. The spark was the spark gap. Now again increase the speed and decrease. So these are the things I want to tell you in the distributorless ignition system.